And we're here live at a TTM Sports exclusive basketball game. They just tipped off here, 7:55 to play, and that ball just fell out of bounds for the first time. Warriors, that'll be number 14 with the ball there for the Wolverines. They look to take this one around, and that ball will get over to 22. So 22 having this ball, she looks to take this one over. That'll be Spear with the ball. Spear gets that ball over to Garcia. Garcia looks to go up. Garcia misses that one. And that ball will go back to Membran. Membran over to Garcia. And that will be Spear. So Spear holding on to this one. And that'll be a double dribble. 7:35 to go. Double dribble called on Rowe. Wolverines now have the ball. That ball will slip out of the Wolverines' hands and go back to the Warriors. So that'll be Garcia giving that ball back. Garcia has this ball. She gives that ball over to 22. And they take that ball over to 15. They get that ball up. No good. They look around again. And they'll take this one down court now. So they look to take this one down court. They get that ball over. And let's see what happens. They get that ball over to the Wolverines. Wolverines having this ball. They look for an option. Ball is in the hands, and that will be Garcia that steals this one away. So Garcia steals this one, takes this one down court. Garcia holding on to this one. She looks for an option. She passes that one over to Spear. Spear goes up. No good on that one. That ball will go over to number 3. So that ball falls out of bounds off of the Wolverines. Be a row ball. 6:53 to go here, and this ball is in the hands of the Warriors. Warriors looking around. They pass that ball over. That'll be number 10. And that will be a Wolverine ball. So Wolverine now retrieve the ball from the Warriors. 6:49 to play here in your first of this girls varsity game between the Nikki Rowe Warriors and the traveling PSJA Memorial Wolverines. That ball's over in the hands of Wolverine number 24. They pass that ball backwards, and now they'll have this ball in the hands of number 3. 3 looks to take this one forward. 3 holding on to the ball, and she passes that ball around to 24. 24 looks around, and they will call a travel there on 24. So score is still 0-0 with 6:20 to play here in your first. Number 4 there with the ball. 4 passes that ball over to Garcia. Garcia over to Membran. And Membran will take this one up court. So Membran takes this one up court. And that ball will fall out of bounds. Wolverine take this one away. And that's taken away by Membran again. That'll be number 10 there for the Wolverine that looks to take this one up court. Score is 0-0 with 6:04 to play. Let's see if we will get the first score of this game right now. That ball goes over to number 5. Number 3 goes up. She looks for the basket. Nothing there. She does get her own rebound, though. And she'll run back to downtown. So she's out in downtown looking around for an option. She wants to find something before heading back in there to a crowded area. Let's see what she can find. Number 5 there with the ball. They're trying to get a backcourt violation there on them, and that'll be 22. She's trying to block out 3. That'll be 3 and 24 that end up with an issue there. That ball will fall out of bounds and be a Warrior ball now. So this one will come up with a 5:28 to play here in your first. Warriors come up with the ball. That'll be Spear to inbound the ball over to Rodriguez. So Rodriguez has that ball. She passes that ball over to Garcia. Garcia now holding on to this one. Garcia looks to take this one down court. Garcia gets that ball over to Rodriguez. Rodriguez looks around, and that ball will fall out of bounds. Last touch by the Warriors, but they'll say that that ball was thrown off by number 5 and become a Warrior ball. So 5:17 to play here in your first. Spear with the ball. Spear holding on to this ball. Let's see what she can come up with. Nice game going on there. They get that ball over to Rodriguez. Garcia, nothing on that one. 24 there for the Wolverines. Membran steals that ball away. Membran gets that ball taken out, but that ball will be going in favor of the Warriors still. So 4:59 to play here, and your first score is 0-0. Wolverines will do their first switch off. They'll go ahead and take out 24 and go ahead and put in 34. So 10 numbers up will come in. That'll be Rodriguez with the ball, and they'll call a travel there on Rodriguez. 4:57 to play here in your first. 14 with the ball. She takes that ball over. And that ball will slip out of bounds. Still be a Wolverine ball, though. 4:57 to play. Five now has this ball, and that will be a travel called out on the Wolverines. 4:53 to play here in your first. Score still 0-0. A surprisingly low game. Referee will say that we have to wait for him. So it's not the player's time, it's the referee's time. 4:42 to go here in your first. Score is still 0-0. They get that ball over. Garcia. And they'll call a foul out on Rowe. 4:38 to go here. And Wolverines look to inbound this ball shortly. Sub here for the Warriors. First sub of their night. 22 will go out and bring in 12. Wolverines look around for an option. She can't find any open players. And they're able to find someone open. They take this one down court. They try up. Nothing on that one. And the Wolverines come up with that rebound. So Wolverines having the rebound. They look to take this one over. That one will end up over there. They're trying to keep her from getting to the basket. And that ball will fall out of bounds. Wolverines are able to keep this one alive before that one falls out of bounds. That'll be Garcia that takes this ball away. So Garcia goes up. Garcia makes the first shot of this game. 4:14 at play. For 4 minutes there, we had no score up on the board. Now it's Warriors 2, Wolverines 0, and that ball will fall out of bounds and be a PSJA Memorial ball still. 4:05 to play here. So 4:05 to play. Score is Warriors 2, Wolverines 0. That'll be number 5 that takes this one down court for the Wolverines. She'll go up, miss that one, and the Warriors will come up with the rebound. Warriors look around. Warriors take that ball over, and they'll get that ball over to Garcia. Garcia shoots up, nothing there. And that'll be Membran now with the ball. And the Warriors go up. That'll bring this into a 3:45 game. Warriors 4. And Wolverines 0. Wolverines looking around for an option. They get that ball over to 14. That ball is almost stolen away by the Warriors there, and they're able to come up with that ball. That'll be Spear that passes that ball over to Garcia. Garcia looks to take this one down court. Garcia with 3:24 to go here. The score is 4-0. And that'll be up and good for 3 by Tarbutton. So Tarbutton scores a 3, and that will put the Warriors up 7-0. That'll be number 5 there for the Warriors to get that ball in there. And that ball is stolen by Membran, taken over to Tarbutton. Tarbutton looks around for an option. That ball falls right into Membran. Membran's able to get that ball into trouble. And Warriors call their first timeout of this game with 3:01 to play. So 3:01 to play, first timeout of this game called. Warriors 7, guess a 0. So Wolverines 0 and Warriors 7. Tight game going on between these two teams. You take a look here, and they're both at the bottom of their totem pole here, as this one is a tight game, but it's not because of lack of effort on either side. It's just a matter of this one's a difficult game that you don't usually see between two teams like these. 3:01 to play here in your first as a timeout is called by the Warriors. And we'll be right back. And we're back here with an exclusive game on TTF Sports. That'll be number 10 that will inbound this ball. 10 gets that ball over, and that will be in the hands of 13. 13 over, and they go up. Nothing there. They look to take this one around. They get that ball over. She backs off, and nothing there. 2:53 to go. Warriors 7, Wolverines 0. They get that ball over. 25 steals that ball. 25 taking this one down court. And they'll call that ball for a Wolverine ball. So a Wolverine ball now. Score is Warriors 7, Wolverine 0. Wolverines inbound that ball, and they look around for an option. They get that ball over, and let's see what they do here. They pass that ball over. Number 4 holding on to this one. She looks to take this one up court and passes that one over to 34. 2:34 to play here. 14 now has the ball. 14 being guarded by 25. That ball will fall out of bounds. Last touch by the Wolverines and become a Warrior ball. So this one becomes a Warrior ball. And this will be Warriors to inbound this ball. So Watson will inbound this ball over to number 10 here for the Warriors. 10 has that ball inbounded to her. Passes that one over. She looks around, goes up, and a foul will be called against the Wolverines. That will be a field foul here. So field foul called against the Wolverines. Score is Warriors 7, Wolverines 0. This one is still such a close game between these two. That ball falls out of bounds off of Green. And this one will become a Wolverine ball. 2:18 to play. Wolverines having this ball. Wolverines look around. They get that ball over. And that will be number 3 there. They get that ball over to 34. She's blocked, though. She found an option. She found number 4 there. They go up. That ball rims out. And that'll be Gutierrez with the ball. She passes that ball over to Watson. Watson gets that ball over to Tarbutton. Tarbutton looks around. Tarbutton gets that ball over to Gutierrez. And that ball is taken away there by the Warriors. They look around. They get that ball over. And they'll take this one down court. That one goes up. No good as it bounces off of the basket there. And that will bring up a 7-0 game here. Minute 53 to play with Watson to inbound the ball for a row. Watson inbounds the ball over to Tarbutton. They get that ball over to Rodriguez. Rodriguez gets that ball, and that ball is taken away before it could reach number 10 there for the Warriors. They look around. They get that ball over to 24, and they get that ball over to 4. So they're looking around. They want to get this option. They get that ball back to 22. 22 looks. She has no option. Passes that one over to 34 to see if they could find some leverage there. And they're able to get that ball over to 3 with 1:27 to play here. Scores Warriors 7 and the Wolverines 0. Wolverines look to take this one around. They get that ball over, and that ball will go out of bounds. 22 there. They get that ball. That ball will bounce off of number 4 there for the Wolverines. It was a fight there between number 4 and number 12. 4 for the Wolverines, 12 for the Warriors, and they'll say that that ball just bounced off of number 4 for the Wolves. They look to take this one down court. That'll be number 10 with the ball. 10 looks around. She wants to get something going here for her team. Wolverines thought they had them trapped, and they are able to get that one through. They look around, and Warriors still steal away that ball with a minute to go. That'll be Watson that got met up there by the Wolverines, and that ball will go out of bounds. Warriors trying to block the inbound here by the Wolverines. Wolverines look around. They're calling 4, and that one's able to get off before the 5 seconds says. The referee called 4 on that one and nothing else. And this one will become a Warrior ball with 53 seconds to go here in your first. Score is Warriors 7, Wolverines 0. This one has been a close game between these two. Boys game just happened a little bit ago. That one was also a close game. Ball falls out of bounds again with 48.7 seconds to go here in your first. Score is Warriors 7, Wolverines 0. Watson inballs that ball over to number 10. 10 gets that ball over. They're looking around for an option. They get that ball through, and they need to find something going on here. They will not land that one, but they will get sent to the line. So they're sent to the line 4-2, and that will bring up a 7-0 game with 40.3 seconds to go. Wolverines giving the Warriors a foul, and that will be Rodriguez at the line. Rodriguez misses it first. She will attempt the second one shortly. She makes her second one, so she will be at 50% at the line for that try. That'll be Rodriguez that steals up all the way again, and she goes up for a basket, nothing there. And the Wolverines are able to get this ball out of trouble with half a minute to play. And that will be number 3 there with the ball. 3 looks around. She passes that ball over. Number 4 goes up and out of bounds. That ball will fall right into the hands of Watson. Watson looks to take this one down court. Watson having this one. She looks around. And they will call a foul against the Wolverines. So they'll call a foul against. It looked like number 14. So a foul called there on 14. Warriors 5. Wolverines. Warriors 8. Wolverines 0. 10 having this ball for the Warriors. She looks to take this one up court. She gets that one around to Gutierrez. Watson goes up. Watson does not land that one. That'll be number 10 though. That ball bounces off of the Warriors and out of bounds. They'll call this ball for a Wolverine ball. 4.7 seconds to go here. Score is Warriors 8, Wolverines 0. 4.7 seconds to go. Watson steals that ball away. Nothing there. And that will be the end here as 24 held on to that ball to end off the first here. Score is Warriors 8, Wolverines 0. We'll be right back on TTO Sports. And we're back here with the second. We'll to inbound this ball to start off the second half. And that'll be number 10. She looks around for an option. Warriors covering up everybody. They get that ball over to number 3. You can see number 13's excitement in her eyes. 4 has the ball, and that ball will go right back to the middle, right where this ball originally started. So they look to take that ball down. And they take this ball down court. They get that ball over to 34. 34 looks around. They get that ball over to 4. That ball is now in the hands of number 3. Number 3 looks around. She gets she's able to get that ball out of trouble. It stays in the hands of number 15, Rodriguez. Over to Garcia. Garcia looks around. Garcia had a little bit of an issue there. She's able to get that ball over to Rodriguez, though, and Rodriguez will take this one up court. So Rodriguez is able to take this one up court. Even though she had all that pressure, Spear tried for 3. Spear makes it 3, and that will bring this one to a 10-0 game with 7:30 to play here in your fourth. Warriors 34. And that will be number 3 over to number 10, and they get that ball over to number 4 for the Wolverines. They get that ball now back over to 34. She turns around, finds 10. They go up for a basket. Nothing there. Wolverines will try and go up again, and that will be the Warriors that are able to come away with that rebound. That lands in the hands of Spear. Spear looks around, and Spear gets that ball over to Rodriguez for a rebound. That'll be Rodriguez with that ball. Rodriguez looked around. She had no option. She could not get that ball out in a fair trial, so that ball ended up being a Wolverine ball. That will be number 3 there for the Wolverines with this ball. 15 holding on to this one. They look around. They want to get something going here. They get that ball over to 34. 34 looking around. They need to find something. They get that ball over to 3. 3 looks. She finds, there will be Spear. That ball bounces off of Spear's foot. 6:33 to play here in your second. So 6:33 to play here in your second and close game between these two teams. That'll be number 3. 3 looks around. They get that ball over to 10. They get that ball over to 4. And they try up. Nothing on that one. That ball will fall back in the hands of the Wolverines. The Warriors trying to keep the Wolverines off the scoreboard as it's still a 10-0 game right now. And that will be number 10 with the ball for the Wolves. Wolverines having this one. That ball will fall right out of bounds. They're trying to keep this one away from them. And that will be Garcia that gets that ball out and to Spear. a little bit of an issue there, and they land that ball back in the hands of the Wolverines. Sometimes it's better to let something go out of bounds if you have no one there. That'll be Membran that looks to take this one up court. Membran takes that one up, and she'll land a basket. That will land this one up to a 12-0 game with 5:48 to play here in your second. Wolverines inbound this ball. They get that ball over there, and they're looking to get this one back. That will be a fight between Membran, and that ball will land as a Warrior ball. So this ball is now a Warrior ball. Warriors looking like a totally different team than what we saw last week when they matched up against Weslaco. So Warriors looking like a new, well-defined team. Let's see if they keep this up for the whole game. They get that ball over. That'll be Membran. Membran over to 34. 34 over to 14. They look around. They want to get something going here. They get that ball out. And 14 looks around. 14 wants to get something going here. She has to get something going. And they're looking 5:19 to play now. They get that ball over. Membran steals this ball away. And Membran to take this one up court. Membran takes this one up court. She lands the basket. Number 4 just sort of sat there after getting slapped in the face by Membran. Membran sort of slapped her in the face, took away the ball, and took off down the court. Scored that basket. 5 minutes to play here. Scores Warriors 14, Wolverines 0. That ball lands off, and the Wolverines get that ball back. The Warriors end up with this rebound, though, and that will be Garcia now over to Rodriguez. They go up, nothing there, and the Warriors are able to come up with that ball. That'll be Membran. That ball bounces right off and into the hands of Rodriguez. They get that ball over to Spear. Spear will attempt a 3. Spear lands a 3. No problem for her there. Scores Warriors 17, Wolverines 0. 4:33 to play here. It's nice to say that this team is not what we've been seeing all season long, and we're happy to see that Warrior spirit in them right now. 4:22 to play here. That'll be 15 with the ball. 15 looks around. They get that ball over, and that will be 34. They look around. They need to get something going here. Let's see what they can get. They get that ball over to number 4, and they look around. They go up. Wolverines still not on the board. That will be Membran that gets that ball over to Spear. Spear looks to take this one up court. Spear gets that one over, and that will be Rodriguez. Rodriguez was able to save that one from going out of bounds. That'll be Garcia that shot for that one. Nothing on that one. And they look around. They will. Coach tries to call for a timeout on that one. Instead, that will not happen. And that will be 22 that goes ahead and takes 3 out of this game. She falls backwards, and that was a nice slide. If this would have been baseball, she would have probably been safe. 22 holds on to this ball. 22 to take this one for an inbound. She looks around. She needs to find an open player. She needs to find an option going on right now, and they're able to get that ball over to 3. Warriors want to keep the Wolverines off the scoreboard here for the whole first half. Let's see if they're able to do it. They still have 3 minutes and 40 seconds to go here. This would be nice. That'll be number 3 there. Number 3 holding on to the ball. Let's see what happens. They get that ball over. 34 now has the ball. They get that ball. That'll be number 5. 5-5. And they'll call a travel on the Wolverines. So a travel called out there on the Wolverines now. And this one becomes 3:25 to play here in your second. Warriors 17, Wolverines 0. A nice change here in the momentum as this game has been going all of Rose's way. Nice to see that. Watson gets that ball over to Tarbutton. Tarbutton looks around. They're able to get that ball out of trouble. Tarbutton scores another 3, so Tarbutton gets up another 3. And 3:06 to play here. Warriors 20, Wolverines 0. And Watson looks around. They get that ball out of trouble. That will be Rodriguez that almost stole away that ball. Rodriguez and Watson there. Watson still looking at the offender there, and they look to take that one back. That'll be Tarbutton with the ball. Tarbutton steals away the ball, and Tarbutton looks to take this one up court. Will Tarbutton take it all the way? Tarbutton slows down, and that will be a jump ball. Jump ball in favor of the Wolverines with 2:41 to play here. 2:41 to play, and a jump ball in favor of the Wolverines. Score is Warriors 20, Wolverines 0. Wolverine, number 12 with the ball. She looks around. They get that ball over, and that will fall in between 22 and 5. So that'll be Watson and 22. Watson was able to come away with that ball for her team with 2:39 to play here. She got that jump ball. A nice game going on here between these two teams. A difficult time right now for the Warriors, as they do have 2:39 to play here in the second, and they do want to keep the Wolverines off the board for this whole first half. Let's see if they can do it. Tarbetson shoots up for 3, nothing on that one, and they'll call a foul. So they'll go ahead and call a foul out there on Rodriguez, and hopefully that does not bring up 1-on-1, and that will not bring up 1-on-1 yet. 2:34 to play in your first. Ball is in the hands of the Wolverines. 15 holding on to this ball. 15 looks around. They get that ball over. And Watson, it looked like Watson would foul her. Instead, they're unable to get a foul from Watson. 2:32 to play. Score is Warriors 20, Wolverines 0. Nice game going on here between these two. They get that ball over. And that'll be 15. 15 over. They look around. They get that ball through. And that'll be 10. That's fighting for that ball. Warriors have a fight time for that ball. They are unable to keep that ball from getting back in the hands of the Wolverines. Wolverines hold on to this ball. They're trying to make them go backcourt. 2:11 to play here in your second. Let's see what happens. Wolverines do want to get on this board, and Warriors want to keep them off the board for this whole second. They look around, and that will be a travel on the Wolverines. So a travel on the Wolverines with 2 minutes to go here. A nice game going on here between these two hard-fighting teams. They look around. They look to take this one down court. That'll be number 10. 1:55 to play here. Let's see what happens. Watson holding on to the ball. Watson looks to take this one up court. Watson will back off, and that will end up a Wolverine ball. Minute and 47 to play here. Wolverines now have the ball. Score is Warriors 20, Wolverines 0. 33 inbounds that ball over to 15. 15 to hold on to this ball, and they look to take that ball down court. Here's 34. They take that ball over. 33 and now holding on to the ball. 33 take that ball over to 5. They look around. 5 shoots for 3. Nothing on that one. Warriors want to get this rebound. That ball will fall right out of bounds and become a Warrior ball with a minute and 30 seconds to play. It looked like the Warriors would end their goal of having the Wolverines score nothing here in this first half. That ball goes over to Watson. They look around. They want to get this one up. They get that ball almost over to Rodriguez successfully. And they'll call a travel there on the Wolverines. So a travel called out there on the Wolverines. Minute 18 to go. 20 to 0 is your score. And they will go ahead and put in their other batch of superstars out here. That'll be Spear over to Garcia. Garcia back to Spear. Let's see what happens here. Spear taking this one down court. Spear looks around. She wants to get something going there. Spear over to Rodriguez, and they're able to take that ball out of trouble before having that one taken away. That'll be Spear. A nice job there. They get that ball over there looking around. They got to get something going here. And they go up. They do not make the basket, but that will be Rodriguez that's able to get that rebound, and she goes up, and she will be sent to the line for 2 free throws. So she's sent to the line for 2 free throws. 53.5 seconds to go here in your first half. .15 will attempt her first free throw. She does not land the first one. She will now attempt the second free throw. .15 lands neither free throw. And they will call that ball to become a Warrior ball again with 49.8 seconds to go. Warriors doing a fine job of keeping the Wolverines from scoring on this first half. Spear having this ball. Spear looks around. She bets that ball over to Garcia. Garcia holding on to this one. Garcia over to Spear. And they get that ball over to Rodriguez. Back to Membran. Membran goes up. Membran's shot does not land, but Membran gets her own rebound. Membran goes up again. She does not land that one again. And they look around. They want to keep this one a Warrior game with 30 seconds to go. Wolverines holding on to this ball. They look to score for the first time here in this first half. Score is Warriors 20, Wolverines 0. Hopefully the Warriors can keep them from scoring, and they'll go ahead and call a travel there on the Wolverines. 20.4 seconds to go. This would be amazing if the Warriors can keep the Wolverines from scoring in this whole first half. They get that ball over. 15 seconds to go. Membran goes up. She does not make the shot, but that will be Rodriguez. And Rodriguez goes up, and she gets sent to the line for 2 more free throws. So 2 more free throws. 11.3 seconds to go. This road team is on fire tonight. lands her first free throw. She will attempt her second one shortly. New score is Warriors 21, Wolverines 0. She does not make the second one, so she'll be at 50% for that time at the line. And they look around. 22 holds on to this ball. 22 shoots. That ball is no good. That'll be Rodriguez. Rodriguez goes up, and that ball is no good. 21-0 is your score here as we end the first half. Warriors are on fire. This is a new type of movement that we have not seen from this Warrior team all season long. It's nice to see something like this occurring. And we're back and ready to go here with a TTF Sports exclusive basketball game, only here on TTF Sports. Warriors to inbound this ball shortly. It'll be number 10 to inbound this ball for the Wolverines. And they get that one off in 3 seconds. That'll be the Wolverines to take this one down court. They take that one over. That'll be 14. They look around. They look to take this one up and over. Warriors holding on to this ball. Warriors take this one down court. That'll be Spear. And that ball falls out of bounds. We'll be going the Warrior way, though. 7:40 to play here in your third. Score is Warriors 21, Wolverines 0. Spear to inbound this ball for the Warriors. They get that ball over, and that ball is a jump ball. It'll be a jump ball in favor of the Warriors. So that'll be Garcia now with the ball. Garcia looks to take this one over. Garcia gets that one, and Membran makes a basket. So Membran makes a basket here. Score is 23-0. That will be your new score. Wolverines having this ball. That'll be Wolverine number 14 over to number 10, and they look to take this ball over. That'll be Garcia with that ball, and Membran steals away that ball. They get that ball over to Garcia. That ball is taken away, though, and this one will now be in the Wolverine hands. That'll be Spear that almost takes away that ball. That ball will bounce off of Spear before going out of bounds. 7:19 to play here. Wolverine number 3 will inbound the ball here for them. So Wolverine number 3 to inbound the ball. Spear comes in. There's Spear. That'll be number 5 there for the Wolverines. They get that ball over to number 3. They're looking around. Spear is now blocking up on number 3. Let's see how well she can guard her. Warriors have not allowed a single basket in this game. That'll be Rodriguez. Rodriguez looks around. They get that ball over, and they want to keep this ball away from the Wolverine basket. They do not want the Wolverines to score. Wolverines end up with that rebound. That will be a push called against Spear, it looks like. So that'll be a push called against Spear. 23-0 is your score here in your third with 6:56 to play. Spear now has the ball. Spear's holding on to this one. They pass that one over, and that'll be number 3. Number 3 looks around. They get that ball over to number 5 for the Wolverines. Wolverines look, and they want to keep this one safe. And that one's close enough to the net. And the Wolverines will go to the net for their first time with 6:45 to play here in your third. The Wolverines do have a chance to get on the scoreboard for their first time in this whole game. 14 will attempt her first free throw. The first one is no good. She will attempt her second one shortly. And they land their first one of the game. 23-1 is your new score. Warriors will inbound that ball. That ball is over, and that'll be 22-24 with a push there. And that will fall against them. Spear will inbound this ball over for the Warriors. Spear gives up that ball to Garcia. Garcia inbounds that ball over to Spear. Spear looks to take this one down court. Here comes Spear. Spear takes that one up. She goes up. No good. That ball will be a Wolverine ball with 6:32 to play here in your third. Wolverine 14 inbound this ball. She gets that ball over to 3. They get that ball over to 5. They're still trying to take this one down court. They get that ball now over to 14. And 14 over. They're looking around. They really want to get this ball up. Let's see what they can do there. 3. That'll be 13. And they get that ball through. They're still looking around. And Wolverines do not get on the board. Warriors get this ball back. That'll be Rodriguez that gets that ball out of trouble and gets that ball over to Spear. Spear is having a fight there with 33. 33 trying to take out Spear. No luck on that one. 23-1. Spear will inbound the ball. 6:07 to play here in your third. Spear gets that ball over to 22. Spear now holds on to the ball. Spear looks to take this one down court. Spear has this one. And that one is up. No good. Wolverines have this ball now, and Wolverines have that ball in the hands of number 33. 33 looks to take this one down court. She has this one blocked by Garcia and falls out of bounds. So Wolverines has to touch that ball before going out of bounds. 5:47 to play here in your third. 5:47 to play here in your third. Warriors 23, Wolverines 1. Garcia over to Spear. Spear looks to take this one down court. Let's see what they can do here. And that'll be Spear with the ball. Spear looks around, and she wants to find an option. They get that ball over to number 3. Number 3 looks to take this one down court, and they look to take that one through. And 24 wants to get to the basket. Then she'll get fouled. And the Wolverine fans go crazy. 5:27 to play here. Score is Warriors 23, Wolverines 1. And they're saying that that should have been from the beginning of this game. 24 lands her first free throw. She will attempt her second one shortly. .24 does not land her second free throw. They look around, and they do get another basket on that one, though. That one will bring this one up to a 23-4 game. Timeout called out on the court. Timeout called out on the court. Warriors are over there in their huddle. And over here you can see the Wolverines in theirs. Take a look at the upset here. They look around. Let's show you the Warrior huddle here. Can see coach saying that these points that are up on the board for the Wolverines should have never been. Warriors are making simple mistakes, and that's the thing that can really kill a team. 13 over to 4. 4 looks around. 4 looks to take this one down court. She's blocked by 2 Wolverines. They're able to get that ball over into the hands of Garcia. Over to Spear. Spear looks to take this one down court. Spear goes up. Nothing there. And the Warriors want to cut off the Wolverines before they can make it off to the basket. Ball bounces off of 33, and that one will be a struggle by everybody. Everybody fights for that ball, and that will be no one's ball. That will be a timeout there, called just in time by the Wolverines, and that ball will come up a Wolverine ball. 23-4 is your score in your third. Wolverines coming out back on the court. Warriors are still in their huddle. And the Warriors will have a new player out on the court. Well, not brand new, but she hasn't played in this third quarter, and that'll be Watson. They look around, they want to get something going there. 14 goes up, she misses a basket. That'll be Rodriguez that comes up with her rebounds. That'll be Watson over to Spear. And these girls are wanting to keep this one a Warrior ball. Garcia goes up. Garcia does not make that shot. And no one's there for the rebound. Garcia will go and try and pressure her. Now it's Membran turn to go over there and pressure them. And they get that ball through. That'll be Spear. They get that ball over to 14 for the Wolverines. They try and get this one all around the Warriors. Number 3 is there, and they're looking. They got to get something going here. They get that ball over to 4. They get that ball through, and let's see what happens here. They get that ball up. No good. That falls off, and that will be a Warrior ball. So Warriors come up with this ball. That'll be Watson that will inbound this one over to Spear. And Spear will take this one down court. So Spear looks to take this one down court. They pass that one back over to Watson. And Watson's looking around. She looks to take this one a little bit farther down court. 4:06 to play here. And they get that ball over, up into the hands of Garcia. That'll be Watson, Membran, and it rims out. That'll be number 5 there. They look around. They want to get this one up. That will be the Wolverines with this ball. 3:49 to play. 23-4 is your score. And it'll be a personal between those two. And Spear's able to come away with the ball. Spear looks to take this one up. Membran goes up. Membran makes a shot, and that will bring up a 23-4 game. That ball will fall into the hands of 33. They look to take that one across. There's number 3, and let's see what happens. They're taking this one down court over to 5, and they'll call this one a jump ball. So a jump ball on this one, and it will be in favor of the Wolverines. Warriors 25, Wolverines 4. Score is, your time is 3:23 to play in your third. And that'll be number 3 to inbound this ball. 3 gets that ball through. That'll be number 4. 4 looks around. They want to get this ball over. And number 3 holding onto this ball. They get that ball over to number 5. They look around. That'll be 14. That ball is taken away by Rodriguez, given to Garcia. Garcia slows down. She looks around. 3 minutes to play here in your third. Garcia has the ball. Garcia looks around for an option, and she shoots for 3. Falls off the basket. Wolverines have the ball. That'll be Wolverine number 4 that runs this one up court with 2:45 to play. Number 4 looks to take this one up court for the Wolverines. She makes it to the basket. No good. And that ball will be taken into the hands of Membran. Membran looks up. Membran makes a rebound, and that will be a shot for Membran. 2:30 to play here. 27-4 is your new score. And they get that ball over. Nice job there. That'll be number 4 there. And this one's in the hands of the Wolverines. They look around. That'll be Rodriguez. Rodriguez is able to keep her from scoring. And they're trying to make her travel as they go around. And they will call that one a clasp. They'll call this one a row ball. 2:09 to play. 27-4 is your new score. Warrior number 5 over to 10. That'll be the Warriors taking this one up court. They look for an option. They pass that one over to Watson. Watson goes up. No good. And the Wolverines get this ball back in their hand. Wolverine number 5 takes this one up court. She looks around. She passed that one off to 4. And that will be back in the hands of 5. Watson looks around. Watson having this ball. Watson wants to get something done here. They get that ball through and up and nothing. Wolverines get that one twice to almost fall, and that one will be in the hands of Rodriguez now. And they look to take this one down court. They take this one down court, and let's see what happens here. That ball will go out and be a row ball. Referee had to duck and protect his head on that one as that ball came right back into him. Watson to inbound this ball shortly. Watson inbounds that ball, and it goes over to Joel. So Membran goes up. Membran's shot is no good, and Membran will look around. Membran finds Tarbutton. Tarbutton is now being blocked. She has a double team on her, and that ball will go over to number 10. Number 10 looks around. Number 10 wants to get something going here. 1:14 to go here in your third. And that ball will fall into the hands of number 12. They look around. They want to get this one over. And that one will get a foul. So Warriors get fouled, and the Wolverines will get sent to the net. 27-4 is your new score with 1:05 to play in your third. .22 will attempt her first free throw. 22's first free throw falls a little bit short. .22 does not land her second free throw, and that will be Membran that gets that rebound. That ball falls right into the hands of the Wolverines, and Wolverines are fighting right down court right there, and Wolverines are met by a double team of Warriors. That'll be Rodriguez now with the ball for the Warriors. And that ball falls into the hands of Tarbutton. Tarbutton tries to save that ball, instead it will fall into the hands of the Wolverines. 43 seconds to go here in your third. They look around. That'll be 3 with the ball for the Wolverines. They get that ball over to number 2, and that will be a backcourt violation there on them. 36.7 seconds to go in your third. Score is Warriors 27, Wolverines 4. They look around. That will be number 10. Number 10 looks around for the Warriors. She gets that ball over to Tarbutton. Tarbutton tries for another 3. Bounces off the rim, and that'll be 10. 10 over to Gutierrez, and that ball will bounce off of the Wolverines before going out of bounds, and this will be a Wolverines giving up the ball to the Warriors. Watson inbound this ball over for the Warriors. Watson inbound that ball over. That'll be Gutierrez. Gutierrez goes up. Nothing there. Warriors having this ball. They look around, and that ball will go out of there. Jump ball. So this one's a jump ball, and it will be in favor of the Wolverines. The Wolverines come up with this jump ball. 15.5 seconds to go here in your score is Warriors 27, Wolverines 4. Rodriguez having the ball. They look around. 11 seconds to go here in your third. Ball is now in the hands of Watson. Watson looks around. Watson shoots. Watson lands a 2-pointer. That will bring up 2.6 seconds. They go around, and that will be the end of the third here. Wolverines come away with nothing on this one. So that will bring this one to a 29-4 game. Wolverines scored all 4 of their points here in this third. We'll be right back. You're watching TTF Sports. We're back here with the beginning of the fourth quarter. 8 minutes to play here left in this game. Let's see what the Warriors can do. Watson will inbound this ball over to number 10 for the Warriors. Number 10 for the Warriors now has the ball. They look around. They get that ball over. And number 10 is open. She gets to the basket. Nothing there, though. And Rodriguez will come up with the ball. She tried for another basket on that one. Nothing there. And they will call this one. So the Wolverines holding on to this ball. They look around. They want to get this one through. And that ball will be stolen by number 10. Goes over to Tarbutton. They get that ball over to Rodriguez. Rodriguez does not get the shot. And she will get the rebound. But that one goes out of bounds. They'll call that one last touched by the Wolverines and become a Warrior ball. So Warrior ball scores Warriors 29, Wolverines 4. Watson to inbound this ball. Let's see what happens. Watson gets that ball over to Rodriguez, and that one becomes a jump ball in favor of the Warriors. So that ball becomes a jump ball in favor of the Wolverines. coach is telling his defenders go down court and be ready for the Wolverines. So they leave them alone up at midcourt, up at the other end of the court as they prepare for them here on this end of the court. So they're preparing for them here on this end of the court. And let's see what happens here. They get that ball over, and 7:15 to play. They get that ball over. 25 now has the ball. 25 looks around, and they go up. There will be a foul called on the Wolverines. Score is Warriors 29, and the Wolverines 4. They look to take this one down court. There's Wolverine number 3, and they're looking around. They get that ball. There's 15 for the Wolverines. They get the ball now over to 34 with 6:56 to play here in your fourth. Gutierrez looks to guard her, and that ball will become Rodriguez and 33. Now it's Tarbutton and 5. 15 and 10 now having a battle there. And that ball will come down in the hands of the Wolverines. So Wolverines having this one. Wolverine number 3 now holding on to the ball here for them. They look around to get this one through. Now in the hands of number 3, they look to get that one up. And it falls off of the rim. 6:26 to play here in your fourth. They get that ball over to number 10. Number 10 looks to take this one up court. She looks around, and that one will fall off. Gutierrez now has the ball. That will be 34. They look around. They want to get this one through. And they get that one up and through. And so they will put in the subs for the Warriors. All 5 players for the Warriors will be subbed out. 6:10 to play here in your fourth. Score is Warriors 30, Wolverines 4. 22 gets that ball over to Spear. Spear over to Membran. Membran over to Rodriguez. That basket is no good. Rodriguez gets that rebound. She doesn't make the shot, but she will be sent to the line for 2 free throws. 6 minutes to play here. Warriors 30, Wolverines 4. Membran to inbound this ball. Membran with the nice inbound there. 6 minutes to go. She makes her first free throw. She will attempt her second free throw shortly. Membran makes both free throws, and that will be good. New score here is Warriors 32, Wolverines 4. 5:57 to play here in your fourth. They get that ball over to 33. They look to take this one down court. They get that ball over to Wolverine number 5. Wolverines want to keep this ball theirs. They're able to get that ball out of trouble and over to Wolverine number 33 again. Number 3 there with the ball. 3 saved the ball earlier from being in trouble. They get that ball over to 34. That ball will fall out of bounds. The last touch by the Wolverines and become a Warrior ball. 5:36 to play here in your fourth. Warriors 32, Wolverines 4. Spear to inbound this ball. Spear inbounds that ball over to Membran. Garcia taking this one down court. Garcia takes that one over to Rodriguez. And Rodriguez over to Rodriguez. Rodriguez does not make the shot. Garcia makes that rebound. And the Warriors do not come up with that ball after the second time. They're looking to take this one down court. 5:21 to go. They shoot. And they land in a 3. So they land in a 3. Nice job there. Score is now Warriors 32. And Wolverine 7. Rodriguez has this ball. Rodriguez stops. That ball does not make it the first time, but it lands in the hands of Membran, and Membran rebounds that one up for a shot. Wolverine number 4 passes that ball off. They have this ball now in the hands of 15. 15 over to 4. They look around. That'll be Garcia. Garcia and Spear. They look to block number 3 there for the Wolverines. Wolverines end up with that ball safe, and they shoot for a basket. Nothing on that one. Membran does get that rebound over to Garcia. Garcia looks to take this one down court. Garcia having this one. Garcia goes up, and that one will not land. 14 is there now, and she gets that ball taken away by Garcia. Garcia swats that one away. 4:25 to play here. Wolverine taking this one up court. Wolverines get that one into the hands of a Wolverine. They get up. Nothing on that one. Membran takes that ball, gives it to Spear, and now Spear has a multitude of Wolverines on her at that point. Now this will be Garcia with the ball. Garcia takes that one over to Rodriguez. Rodriguez goes up, and Rodriguez will land in that shot. That'll bring up this game to a 36-7 game. 4 minutes to play here in your fourth. Wolverines look to take this one down court in the hands of Wolverine number 4. She looks around. She wants to get this one through, and she will not get this one quite to the basket, but they will get a foul called on the Warriors. That one will bring the Wolverines to the line for 2 free throws. She lands her first. She will attempt her second one shortly. And a whole switch-off team for the Warriors comes in. All the Warriors switch out, and that will bring them up to a new, fresh set of legs on the court for the Warriors. Wolverine number 4 makes both shots at the line and should be at 100% for that time at the line. 10 now has the ball for the Warriors. She's looking to take this one down. 3 minutes and 44 seconds. They look around. Let's see what they can get done here. Watson holding on to this ball. Watson looks around. Let's see what happens. Watson, they get that ball over, and this will be a fight between the Wolverines and the Warriors. That'll be Rodriguez on 15. They look around. They want to get this one through. And 3 minutes and 23 seconds to go here. They get that ball over to the hands of number 10 for the Wolverines. That ball falls right off the basket to the back and will become a Warrior ball. 3:16 to play here. New score is Warriors 36, Wolverines 9. Watson the inbound this ball over to number 10. 10 looks to take this one down the court. She takes that one over. Last touch by the Wolverines before falling out of bounds. 3:07 to play here. And that will be the Warriors inbound this ball. Warriors get that ball over to Tarbutton. Tarbutton looks around. Tarbutton goes up, and the Warriors make another basket. 38-9 is your new score with 3:07 to play here. This ball goes out of bounds. They look to take this one down court. That will be number 4. They look around. Nice job there. They go up, and that will land in for the Wolverines. New score here is 38-11. They have enough time to be able to make an incredible comeback if they try. Watson having this ball. Watson looks to take this one down court. And that will fall into the hands there. They get that one up. And another Warrior point with 2:38 to play here in your fourth. Warriors 40, Wolverines 11. They look to take this one down court and get another basket in for them. That will be Rodriguez that takes this one down the line. They get that one through. Rodriguez still holds on to this ball even with all that pressure under her. 2:20 to play here in your fourth. They go up. They land the first. So they land that point blocker there in 42-11. 2:08 to play here in your fourth now. Wolverines looking around. They want to get this one through. Let's see what they can get here. Number 14 there with the shot for the Wolverines. They go up, and that one will be no good. So they look around. They want to get this one through, and let's see what happens here. They get that one through. Wolverines go up for a shot, and that will fall off, land in the hands of the Warriors. So this one's still in the Warriors' hand. Number 10 now having the ball. They look around. They want to get this one through. Let's see what happens. Tarbutton shoots for 3. Tarbutton does not land a 3, and this one will fall into the hands of the Wolverines again. So this one lands back in the hands of the Wolverines. Let's see what happens. They're looking around. They want to get this one in. first time out on the court will be number 40. So number 40 sees her first court action out here. 40 passes that one over to 4. 4 looks around. 4 will take this one down court. Less than a minute to go here in your fourth. They get that ball through. Let's see what happens here. And they get that ball over. That'll be number 14 holding on to the ball here for the Wolverines. Wolverines are trying to run out the clock here as this game is coming to an end, and it's not in favor of the Wolverines as this one's a 42-13 game, 40 seconds to go, and Wolverines just want to keep the Warriors from scoring pretty much anything else on this on the scoreboard before this game's over. They'd rather end with a 42-13 game than something that could be a little bit higher. And that'll be an inbounded ball by 14 over to 4. 4 looks to take this one down court. Less than half a minute to play here in your game with 42-13 being your score. They take this one down, and that will be a jump ball. So Warriors ending up with these balls, and Warrior girls were able to keep this game in favor of them, which is something great to see when you look at these teams. Watson backs up. She wants to make sure that she can read this correctly. And I think they'll just go ahead and run out the clock. 7 seconds to go here. Matter of seconds, and this game is over, ladies and gentlemen. Nikki Rowe Warriors 42 and the traveling PSJA Memorial Wolverines 13. Thank you for watching. This has been Nathaniel Minchak of 42 for the Warriors, 13 for the Wolverines. That'll be the end of your game for today. We thank you once again for tuning in. We hope to see you next time.